to me, the key is that the key to everything. Well, you don't always get the key. You know, you may have the key, but where's the lock, right? So that's to me anyway.
Yeah, for me, the key is like for this one. I know that the film is about love. However, the key, she found the key when she was young, and she stick to it, right? So for me, I think the key was like each of us, always, like you want to have some kind of key to your dreams, key to your life, key that might open the door for your unknown world for the future. So like she wanted to stick with it just as she has it, and then she, that also, gives her the, someday she will find something that she will be looking for, like the dreams or the, happiness or the future. So the key that we all want to stick with, and that the key represents, that. That's what I thought when I saw it.
Or it could just be a MacGuffin. Yeah, it could be. Okay, any other questions over here? Questions? Yes, way in the back. Really loud.
Yeah, the target market is like, well, each territory, I mean, each countries might be different, but then for North America, at least, we wanted to reach out to the not only the anime fans, but to the people who like the cinema, outside of even anime fans, because it has that element of, just like I said, the film is about the filmmaking, but it has the feel to the actual film, So we wanted to deliver this to as wider audience as possible. Not only, sometimes the films that we have, like animation, we try to go straight into the anime fans, because some of the anime is more for the anime fans, which is great too. But this one is more for the people who love cinema, like the movie lovers, So that's how I want to do this with the film. Yeah, thank you.
When DreamWorks picked it up, Ann Daly, who was the senior vice president, I guess, if there had been titles, DreamWorks didn't title their executives, but she had a quote saying that at the time that DreamWorks picked it up, it was a niche film. It wasn't, it wasn't for kids. It was animated, much more for adults, but it was a niche film. And she hoped and was going to try and make it sure it found an audience. I don't think when Satoshi Kon made it or when Taramaki produced it, they were thinking it was going to be a blockbuster. But what it became at the time was a cult film. Once it was released, it found its life afterwards as a cult film, not only with the anime audiences though, but also with filmmakers, live action filmmakers, and also with animation directors, most especially. They really, really, really like this film. And occasionally when we talk about it, somebody goes, "Oh, Millennium actress. Oh yeah," So, and hopefully it'll sell some more DVDs or Blu-rays too. People will see it and then want to keep it. Yeah.
Well, just like I said, each anime, even nowadays, well, let's do it this way. The U.S. Like Pixar, animation style, and the Japanese Your Name style is completely different, nowadays too, right? And for Japanese animators or the directors, they also, each one has a different style too, like what's the best way? Well, I don't know if this is a great idea to bring this up, but for instance, like Kyoto Animation, the production company that had a strategy with the fire and all that, we have three feature-length, animated film from them. Silent Voice, Liz and the Bluebird, and then also Sun Euphonium. And they have Kyoto Animation's got a specific style. They have creators there, but the studio has its own style too. And for me, well, this was produced back in 2002. Well, it came out back in 2002. Back in the day, the Japanese anime had, of course, a different style, even comparing to nowadays. But especially Kon Satoshi, he's got his own kind of like. For me, it's always that Kon Satoshi's style is more film than anime somehow. So for that angle itself gives me the idea that his style is completely different. So
for us, when we saw it initially, we knew nothing about it. Again, all we saw was a poster. But both Janet and I at the time said, this looks like nothing else we're seeing in anime. There's no mecha suits. There's no, there's no science fiction here. These characters are realistic. Yeah, they're still caricatured in some way, but they lean toward realism. And the film, when we finally saw the film, and it was so cinematic. Not only was it cinematic and cinematic tropes of how films are made, but it was about filmmaking. It was about movies as well. And then it had that humor running through it, and the girl running all the time. She runs a lot. But initially it was simply the poster and this unusual. It wasn't going to be what was popular with anime at the time. Was popular. You were either doing Ghost in the Shell or you were doing mecha suits at that.
Yeah, one thing I also want to add is that again, his style was so specific and not even a commercial. So I think that makes his style very special, distinguished, and I think he has become one of those classic filmmakers. And again, we discuss. This is one of 4 future films that he's directed, and the other one, Perfect Blue, the first one, and then this one, and then Tokyo Godfathers and Paprika. These are also available in the United States, and hope that you guys can, reach out to each of them and then watch them. And then, again, his style is totally something that we would like to, especially film school, like this, we would like to watch and learn as well,
I saw a question way up there, really loud.
Eventually, yes. Yes. Thank you.
Get all your friends, and we'll have bring me your house, widescreen TV, and have them all watch it. Okay, go ahead. And it was I understand from reading about it. I didn't talk to Satoshi Kon about it, but that one of the driving forces when he got to work with a composer he really wanted to work with at the time. I think unless there's any other questions, we probably talked for a long time. I hope you enjoyed this film. Ko, thank you.
No, thank you.
Put her there.
Thank you very much.
See you later, guys.
Good night.